really feel like my favorite thing in the world is checking out a city on a bike. Going on bike trips, biking around, going to breweries, getting good food, seeing the nooks and crannies of a city because you've got a more intimate sense of it while you're on a bike. It's the best. And that's what I just did in Madison. So my name is Johnny. 2 weeks ago, me and my husband went to Madison and we rode around. Checked out the city. It was great. Here's what we did. Here's some recommendations. And here's the path we took. I'll include that in the description as well. The Ride with GPS route with the points of interest on there. So you can check out some of the same spots if you like. If you don't mind subscribing and liking this video too, that would be great. It's been really fun chit-chatting with people on these videos I've been posting and talking bikes and talking trips. It's literally the best. Okay, so Madison, we drove in on like a Friday night and slept south of the city at a campground. William G. Looney Lake Farm County Park. That's too many words. We didn't have to worry about bike packing this trip. We slept in the van. Woke up the next morning and got to travel in light mode on the bike. This is a Kona Sutra LTD. And there's bike paths just right away in that campground. A bunch of them. They went off in a few different directions. They looked all beautiful. We headed towards the Wisconsin University Arboretum. Along the way, we stopped for breakfast at Lakeside Street. This is just one of those like stumble into a coffee shop, cafe moments that just felt like perfect. It was like a colder autumn day. There was music, live music outside, and leaves are falling from the trees. We went inside. We had my favorite thing in the world, breakfast sandwiches and coffee. And from there, powered up, we headed over to the Arboretum. I'm saying that word wrong, I know. And you can bike all around that. It's gorgeous, gorgeous biking. From that arboretum, we came up into the city. Madison is a little isthmus, if you will, between two lakes. Came up along the east side and, man, gorgeous view. The city on the lake is great. We came up through the area that is like the pedestrian college part of town, and we kept going north, but I would recommend stopping over there. We went in the night before when it was raining and ate at Himmelchuli, which was Nepali cuisine. My first time having Nepali cuisine. Napoleon cuisine. It was great. We had MoMA dumplings, super good. And then we had the chicken sakar. It was all new cuisine to me, so I'm not exactly sure what was going on in those spices, but it was delish. Highly recommended it. And of course, had a Wisconsin beer. If you know Wisconsin, we had Spotted Cow. Solid, solid. Anyways, we headed up past that area and we're on a trail along the waterfront, which is cool. We went over to go check out like a secondhand store and we found a tea shop there, which was the coolest. It's called Tea Cider. If you like tea, this is your stop. I might have to start being a tea exclusive person because caffeine is suddenly giving me heart palpitations. I'm upset about this. Caffeine in large amounts. So we actually got a tea that was a little bit more on the decaf side. It's Huchika, which is a powdered tea just like matcha is, but it's been roasted and it has way less caffeine in it. We had it as a latte, Huchika latte. Great. It tastes like matcha and almost like chocolatey, I would say. Bought a little teapot. I'm going to go grab it and show you real quick. How fun is this? This could be like a bike packing teapot. This is I'm gonna mispronounce this, but then I'll just put the words there so you can actually know what I'm saying. This is a yixing pot. It's like yixing or something. It's an unglazed pot made of purple clay, and you should only really use one tea in it for life because it picks up the flavor of the tea, and after a while, your teas are gonna taste like all your other teas. So yeah, it will like have a green tea flavor. So you want to try to keep it one style of tea. Fun. I might actually let myself bring this on bikepacking trips. My husband was like, he knows I have another yixing pot that I'm like, it's my favorite thing in the world, and he's like, you should just let this potentially break if it needs to, and just be not super sentimental about it. I was like, that's a great idea. I might take it more places. From there, we went up and we headed over back to the bike path. We were going to go way north, and we were going to go around the lake and check out the sights. There's some parks up there too. That would have been great to see. However, it was crazy windy, so great excuse to start drinking earlier in the day. We stopped at a brewery, Working Draft Beer Company. So fun. Got 4 beers, tested them out. I think our favorite was the Oktoberfest beer they had, which was called the Pale One. It was a good Oktoberfest beer. And then the hazies that we had were awesome as well. Once you start drinking on a Saturday, it's time to keep going. We biked back down south and hit out Prost MSN, which we had actually gone to the night before. So great. It's in this old church. It's very Bavarian feeling. I love all things German, especially Bavarian vibes. And they do it right there. They serve beer in like half liters and liter steins, and boots, they might be like 2 liters. I have a conviction that a half liter of beer is like the perfect serving, and you should have 2 of them as like the minimal. Okay, we got a sausage board there. It was excellent. There's like 3 different sizes. We didn't get the largest one because it was like for like 5 or 6 people, or I don't know how many. That would have been absurd. But the one we got was awesome. It had some sausages on it. It had some, I want to say the German word right now. It had a ham on it, and potato salad, and gherkin, cucumbers, and very good. We left the brewery, and the weather wasn't looking great, but I don't know. That's part of the fun too, is trying to outrun a storm. So pretty windy and dark. We biked back down south along the lake and back to our camp spot. Such a good trip. I know I said this last time about Milwaukee, but there's obviously so much more to see and do. Madison is the coolest. Wisconsin has got it figured out for charming bike areas and cities. Man, I love a bike ride. I love a bike ride in the forest. But I also stinking love a bike ride going through like a small city and like having there be some fun amenities and shops. Breweries are the best. If you have any Madison suggestions, I would love to hear. I would also recommend the Driftless area and what do they call that area? Oh, the Sparta Trail system that goes through there. Door County is fun for biking around. Not as many trails, but still cool. In Milwaukee, of course. Good job, Wisconsin. I have a couple bike things. I'd love people's opinions on. So I'm thinking ahead about other bike trips and things I want to change about my bikepacking setup. Truly, I might have my dream bike trip this year and go over to Europe, study in Germany a bit, and bike around. I'm pumped about it. So I'm actually changing some things. I just found out that I can get my Big Agnes tent off of the front of the bike over here, and with my sleep system all in this Ortlieb back bag, which is waterproof. And then the tent poles can go, the tent poles can just go in the frame bag that I've currently got. They're short tent poles. Which is exciting to me to have that all in one spot rather than spread out around the front. My goal is to get down to 3 bags. This year I had, on my bikepacking trips, I had like multiple things on the handlebars, small bag, tent, salsa anything cages, half frame bag, this guy, something strapped onto this guy. It just felt messy all the time. And I love the idea of like traveling and hopping off the bike and just putting all my clothes and electronics in a big front bag and just coming in to like the shops or wherever you're going, or you're sleeping for the night at a hostel, and not monkeying around so much. Leaving the frame bag on and taking this backpack off as well. I would love to get some input if people have full frame bags, if they like the double decker, if they prefer just like the one big pocket. I'm thinking double decker right now, and I'm looking at Rogue Panda bags for the custom fit, which would be nice just to have, again, less straps and things dangling, and just have it solid on there. And then for the front, Bags by Bird, there's the Goldback bag. Comes in a 22 liter and I think a 27 liter. And I think I want to do that for the front. Clothes in there, some electronics. Be able to take it off the bike, put like a little shoulder strap on it, and walk around Europe or wherever I'm going. Yeah, and that will take away the salsa anything cages. I'm wondering how people, if they do a big front bag, if ones that they've had that they liked, and maybe different sort of like support systems. I'll put like a few options up here and ask people, you know, what they've done. I already have a few racks. I have a pizza rack and a small front rack for the bike. But I want to go light and I want to go sleek. I don't know. Bike stuff is so fun. Thanks for following along. It's been an absolute blast having people watch these videos and chat with me in the comments and just talk bikes. If you have any feedback about not only the bike questions I had, but just about the videos of what you're liking, it's fun to know what's worth the effort, like the maps. And if you want to see more like actual footage, biking around. In my mind, I'm actually really happy just watching other people's videos of like paths they're on and places they're stopping. Anywho, thanks for watching. Check out Madison. See ya.